Hello and welcome to Think Watercolour. Today's demonstration is loosely based on this image. I like some of the elements in the picture, but I wanted a better composition. First I cropped in a little and then I moved the boat on the shore to the left to make it the focal point of the painting. I also changed the sky to be more dramatic, and I changed the colour of the flag and the distant dinghy, and I ended up with this final composition. As well as being more dramatic, I wanted the sky to mirror the angle of the river to form a V shape that leads the eye from top right down to the left and then back down to the right. And finally, because I changed the flag and the dinghy to match the colour of the red hull, they help to create a golden spiral, taking the viewer's eye back around the painting. So let me show you how I created this painting. I've sketched the image on a sheet of Arches 300-gram rough white paper, and this is a very watery mix of raw sienna for some of the clouds, just the base coat. I'm painting straight onto dry paper, which gives me a little more control over retaining some of the whites. For the blue patch of sky, this is cerulean blue and a little touch of cobalt, making sure I leave some white around it. I've just added some lilac to the mix for the underpainting of the clouds in the top left of the painting. Just added a touch of imperial purple for shadows in the clouds, blending wet into wet. Just while the whole thing is wet, I'm just adding shadows and different tonal values, just to break up the flatness of the sky. Just adding a few darker areas, just to create some shadows. Still painting wet into wet, just adding more darker tones to strengthen those shadows in the clouds. This is going to dry much lighter, so I'm mindful of the fact that I need to go a little bit darker in places. When you're painting clouds, it's just practice really. You get to know the values that you need to put on, so that when the paint is dry, you get the required effect. Using the same mix, I'm just painting the first wash for the river. Just mixing it up a little bit, adding a little bit of cerulean blue there. I'll let the whole thing dry, and this is some raw sienna for the sandbanks. Slightly darker mix than I used in the sky. It's the first wash, and just going to get it fairly even to start with. And while this first wash is still quite damp, I'm going to drop in some stronger values of the same colour, raw sienna, just wet in wet, so that you get soft edges, no hard edges. It's a sandbank at the end of the day, so on both sides of the river, so it needs to be soft rather than hard edged. Just strengthening the shadows where the sand meets the water. I've just mixed up some cobalt blue with a touch of imperial purple, just to put a line of where the distant sea is, and using the same values, just putting some ripples in the water, stronger ripples nearer to us, more defined. This is just pure neutral tint for the top part of the hull of the boat. Just using a touch of burnt sienna for the interior of the hull. You can just see at the front of the helm there. This is cadmium red and a touch of pyrrole orange for the underside of the hull. Just leaving a line where there's a white stripe along the hull. Just using the same colour for the reflection. I may have to darken this later. Just breaking it up so that it's not just a flat shape for the reflection. There'll be ripples in the water, breaking up the reflection. This is burnt sienna for the main masts of the boat. Just putting the top of that mast in white using white gouache. It's not very clearly defined against the sky, so just strengthening it a little bit there. Again with the cabin, a little bit of reflection in the water of the cabin of the boat. Just using a weak mix of burnt sienna there just for the shadow under the boat, and strengthening the shadow where the sandbank hits the water, touches the water. Just a few areas, just dry brush really, just to indicate some rough ground there. Same on the left side of the bank, just slightly damper sand near the water. As I said earlier, I'm just using the same colour for that awning on that dinghy. Just using a rigger for the rigging. Not being too careful. It's only a quick sketch this, so it's just demonstration. For a more finished piece, I'd take a little bit more care, but for demonstration purposes, this is fine. Again, using the same red, just adding the flag at the top of the mast there. The whole point of this demonstration is to show that you can take a photograph and just take elements from it and to rearrange things to suit the composition that you want to create. Just using a little bit of green, I think it's jadeite green, just with a touch of ultramarine, just for some little bits of seaweed on the shore there. And this is just some dry brush to create texture in the foreground. Just lightly touching in some distant masts near the sea. There's a lot of yachts just over the other side of that sandbank. Just a suggestion that they're there. I've let the painting dry and had a good look at it. I'm not totally happy with the colour of the reflection and the shadow under the hull, so I've just amended those. Other than that, I'm quite happy with the painting, so I guess I'm finished now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this interesting, this demonstration. As I say, it's just a quick demonstration, just to show what you can do with a photograph to alter it and make a better composition. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please give it a like, always helps with YouTube. And do subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos. And thanks again for watching.